everybody, and thanks for checking out my review of the Sinn U1 Fully Tegimented with 1000 meter water resistance. Now, if you like this review, please click the like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified of future reviews. I really appreciate my subscribers and it helps my channel. Now, on to the unboxing. Alright, so to get into the unboxing, you have the black Sinn box with the information on where it comes from. It's a nice textured box, and there's nothing on the sides or the back. You open up that box, and you have the warranty card. You have the instruction manual, which is a really nice full-color instruction manual in multiple languages. How to change the straps and a little information about the watch. And then you go into the inner box. It's like a leatherette type of material. And you open that up. And the first thing you'll see is that you have some tools here. So you have the hex keys, 2 of them, so this way you can change out your own straps. You have a tool here with a protective covering. And this is so this way you could use the micro adjustment, small screwdriver, and of course, you have the watch. Sinn is a German watch manufacturer that started in 1961. In 2005, they launched the U1 series with one of the most innovative, over-engineered designs, materials, and metal process in the industry. This is a pure serious tool watch. There's no polish anywhere on the U1. The entire finish is bead blasted. They use the same darker, corrosion-resistant HY80 steel used to build German submarines. Then they use a Tegiment technology to further harden the steel for better scratch resistance. This is typically done on the case and a bezel. They do limited runs of fully tegimented watches like this one I'm reviewing, where they tegiment the bracelet and the clasp as well. The tegimented steel feels and weighs like steel, but the darkened tone almost looks like bead-blasted grade 2 titanium. When manufacturers make 1000 meter water resistant watches, the watch is typically going to be big. They have to get creative to make the watch wearable, and Sinn did a great job here. The case is 44 millimeters wide, 55 millimeters lug to lug, and 14.7 millimeters thick. The watch head weighs 113 grams and 225 grams with the bracelet. The lug width for straps is 22 millimeters. The bracelet on this version is fully tegimented and features an H-link design. It has a slight taper. Sinn made it easy to size the bracelet using hex screws and the included tools in the box to remove the links. The fold-over safety deployment clasp is the only disappointment on this watch. It has 3 micro adjustment holes on the side, it's stamped instead of milled, and it's got a thin, flimsy fold-out dive extension underneath that can tend to rattle underneath the metal. Now I'm hoping that Sinn redesigns the clasp at some point and releases it for sale. Everything else about this watch is so solid. The captive unidirectional 60-click bezel is also well designed and engineered. It's a solid piece, has no insert, the markings are engraved and painted. It's got 3 screws on the side that hold it securely in place. It's thick and easy to grip. It's got a good firm action when you turn it with solid tactile feedback. The screw-down crown is located at the 4 o'clock and signed with the engraved S. It's out of the way of the wrist, and its larger size makes it easy to work with when winding and setting the watch. The engraved screw-down back case is domed, and it will add to the height on the wrist. It matches the steel and finish of the rest of the watch. It's got U1 1000 meter engraved on the center, and details of the watch in German on the outside. The U1 features a flat sapphire crystal which virtually disappears behind the anti-reflective coating. The matte black dial is simple. The unique red and white Lego block-shaped hands and markers are a signature to the U1. It's either appealing or a turnoff to those interested in this watch. The red and white hands are easy to read in low light and underwater, and it's got minimal printing showing the Sinn logo in white under the 12 o'clock marker and 3 lines in red, U1, automatic, and 1000 meter above the 6 o'clock. The date is easy to read at the 3 o'clock, and it's black with white numbers. The U1 uses superluminova on the bezel at 12 o'clock, and the markers around the dial on the hands. The lume on the Sinn one is not extremely bright, but when it's charged, it does glow for hours, and here's how it looks. Sinn used to use ETA movements in these watches, and now they use a very reliable Sellita SW200 movement. It's got 30 hours power reserve and 25 joules. Now here's the watch on my 7.5-inch wrist. As you can see, the size is big, but it does wear smaller than the dimensions. You feel the presence of the U1 with the weight, but it's not too heavy. The bracelet has a slight taper from 22mm at the lugs to 20mm at the clasp. The weight of the bracelet balances it well, and I find it to be very comfortable and doesn't move around a lot. Sinn released a serious tool dive watch here. If G-Shock ever released a mechanical watch, this would be it. The sizing is large and it has presence. It's also not for everyone. Not everybody likes the Lego style hands. It's a tall watch and not one you could wear under a sleeve with a suit. And it's also a heavier watch, so those with smaller wrists may want to look at the smaller version recently released, the 500-meter 41mm U50. Everything about this watch is about legibility and function. The red used on the bezel, minute, and second hands make it easy to read the time in most conditions. The lume isn't the brightest, but it does stay charged for hours, and the blasted finish with no polish and darker steel makes this watch unique. The Solita movement is solid. This is a very popular watch among dive watch enthusiasts. So I want to thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. If you like this review, please click the thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified of future reviews. I also love to hear from you, so please leave a comment below. I look forward to reading what you think of this watch. You can also find me on Twitter at DougFNJ. And for great discussion on all things watches, visit watchyouseek.com. They also have a great Sinn subforum over there too. So I want to thank you again for your support and watching. Be safe and have a great day.